So yeah, for those of you that have practiced Ashtanga with me before, I don't sit and do a breathe up, you know, any breath work at the start. I teach it quite traditional. So we're going to come to stand on our mats. Take it easy. So use the first few sun salutations as your warm up, just to, you know, until you loosen up. And then if you want to start doing your jump throughs and your chaturangas, if you've got the strength for that, then feel free to do that then. So make sure you allow yourself to warm up properly, because it is cold out today. So just activate your bandhas, so your Mula Bandha, drawing in your perineum area, stopping yourself from going to the toilet, and your Uddiyana Bandha, so pulling your belly button in towards your spine. If you use Ujjayi breathing, then feel free to use that, so just gently restricting the back of the throat. Otherwise, just breathing deeply in and out through the nose, so just bringing your full awareness to your breath. I've not sent out a playlist, so I know those of you that have been joining me for classes this week have been sending out playlists for classes. I've not done one for Ashtanga because I think we should keep it fairly traditional. However, if you want to put your own music on, if you feel like you need it, feel free, but just using the sound of your breath as a moving meditation. So just coming to the top of the mat then, heels and toes touching if it feels comfortable, or standing hip distance apart. Rolling the shoulders down and away from the ears, and we're just going to begin with one unified Om together to start the class. So bringing the hands in front of the heart center. Take a nice big breath in to prepare. And release. Have a good practice. Inhale, reach the hands overhead. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send the hips up nice and high, so feet are hip distance apart. Maybe have a little pedal out through the backs of the heels if you're feeling quite stiff in the backs of the legs. Spread those fingers nice and wide and really pressing down through the index finger and the thumb. So just relaxing the head, gazing back between the legs. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly come to stand, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3. Keep pushing the chest to the thighs. 4, 5. Inhale, step or jump to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly come to stand, hands overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step or jump back to plank, lower yourself down. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2. If you feel like you need to move still in your down dog, feel free to do that. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly come to stand, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale into a low cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly come to stand, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti. Last one. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step or jump back. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, step or jump to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly come to stand. Exhale, Samasthiti. So you're in a Namaskara B. Inhale, bend the knees, sit the hips low, extend the arms. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step the right foot between the hands. Drop that back heel, coming up warrior 1, bending into that front knee. Arms are nice and strong. Take a breath. Exhale to fold, step back to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step the left foot forwards, coming up warrior 1, Virabhadrasana A. Exhale to fold, step back to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, step or jump to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sit the hips low, extend the arms. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, coming back into your chair pose. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, finding plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forwards, Virabhadrasana A, bending into that front knee. Exhale to fold, stepping back to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot comes forwards, warrior 1. Exhale, fold, step back to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nina, try and get your hips a little higher. So I think you're probably a bit too wide, so maybe bring your feet in a little bit. Yeah. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sit the hips low, find your chair pose. Exhale, Samasthiti, straighten the legs. Inhale, coming back into chair pose, sit the hips as low as you can, arms are extended. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, come back to plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step the right foot forwards, coming into your warrior 1. So we're going to speed it up a little now. Exhale to fold. Step back to plank. Lower yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forwards, warrior 1. Exhale, fold forward, step back to plank, lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1, 2, 3. Keep pushing the chest towards the thighs. 4, 5. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sit the hips low, find chair. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, sit the hips low. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, come back to plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step the right foot between the hands, coming at warrior 1, feeling strong in those legs. Exhale, fold, step back to plank, lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot comes forwards, warrior 1. Exhale to fold, step back to plank, lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sit the hips low, extend the arms. Exhale, Samastitihi, last one. Inhale, coming back into that chair pose. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower yourself, chaturanga or drop the knees. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forwards, warrior 1. Arms are nice and straight, feeling strong. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank, lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot comes forwards, warrior 1. Exhale to fold, stepping back to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice. 5 breaths, enjoying this recovery. Breathing deeply. So just trying to slow the breath and the heart rate down if it's elevated, which it probably is. I like to move through these fairly quickly. So keep trying to get those hips high, chest to thighs. Keep stretching out through the backs of the legs if you need to. So just taking this moment to reconnect back to the breath if you lost it a little as we was moving through the sun salutations. And when you're ready, inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sit the hips low. Exhale, Samastitihi. Nice. Inhale, step or jump the feet so they're hip distance apart. Hands come onto the hips. Open up the chest. Exhale to fold yourself forwards. Take hold of the big toes so you can bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, lengthen, so lift the gaze. Exhale to fold forwards. Really start to pull on those toes. Elbows are coming out to the sides, shoulders away from the ears. 2, 3, trying to send those hips up as high as you can. 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, slide the palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet, toes to wrist crease, and just folding forwards. 1, maybe shifting the weight slightly into the balls of the feet to deepen the stretch in the calves. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, slowly come all the way back up to stand, stepping the feet together at the top of the mat, Samastitihi. Inhale, step the right foot back. Turn your right toes to face the back of the mat, left toes face the long edge. Inhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Exhale, reach as far as you can and bring the right hand down to the shin. Extend the left hand up. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Keep rolling that top shoulder back. 2, if it feels comfortable for the neck, take that gaze up. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, slowly come all the way back up. Turn the right toes in, left toes come out. Exhale, reach as far as you can. Hand comes down to the shin, and we extend the right hand up. 1, 2, 3. Keep rolling that top shoulder back. 4, 5. Inhale, slowly come back up to center. Exhale, turn yourself to face the back of the mat. So I meant to say at the start, if you need blocks or anything like that, grab it, or something you can improvise with. We're coming to reverse triangle, Pravarita Trikonasana. So grab what you need. So square off the hips. Hips are facing the back of the mat. Inhale, extend the left hand. Exhale, reach as far forward as you can and place the hand on the outside of the right foot. So use that block if you need to. Extend the right hand high and take the gaze up. 1, 2, 3, both legs are straight. 4, and 5. Slowly take the gaze down. Inhale, come all the way up to center. Take that block with you. Exhale, turn to face the front of the mat. Square off the hips. Inhale, extend the right hand. Exhale to reach as far as you can. Bring the hand to the outside of the left foot. Extend the left hand up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, slowly come all the way back up to center. Exhale, step the feet together at the top of the mat. Samasthiti. Inhale, step the right foot back. Right toes face the back of the mat, left toes face the long edge. So you might want to take a slightly wider stance on this one. Start to bend into the right knee a couple of times. So just take a couple of bounces just to warm up the joint a little. And then you're going to come to try and get a 90-degree bend at that knee. Bring in the right forearm to the thigh and extend the left arm over the ear. Option to drop this hand down to the floor to the outside of the right foot. So you decide where you're going. Keep rolling that top shoulder back. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, slowly come all the way back up to center. Turn the right toes in, left toes come out. Again, just bouncing a couple of times into that left leg. And then come in to find a comfortable position. Bringing the left forearm to the thigh. Extend the right arm over the ear, or dropping the hand down to the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Turn the left toes in, take the right toes out. Square off the hips. We're facing the back of the mat. So option to drop the left knee down. You're going to hook your left elbow on the outside of the thigh. Bring the palms of the hands together and take your twist. So really pressing the right hand into the left hand. If you feel steady to, maybe lifting that back knee and dropping the heel down. 1, 2, trying to take the gaze over the right shoulder. 3, if you're able to, maybe open out the hands, so bringing the fingertips to the floor and extending the other arm up. 4, 5. Inhale, slowly come all the way back up and twist yourself. Take your time. Turn yourself to face the front of the mat this time. Again, you can drop that back knee down if you want to. Start to bend into the left knee. Hook the right elbow this time over the left thigh. Bringing the hands into prayer, taking your twist. So pushing as much as you can with the left hand into the right hand. Lifting that back knee if you're ready to. And just trying to take the gaze over the left shoulder this time. Nice deep breaths. Enjoying this twist. And then slowly take the gaze down and twisting yourself. Bring yourself back up and stepping the feet together at the top of the mat. Samasthiti. Inhale, step the right leg back again. So this time you're going to face the long edge of the mat. So nice and wide with the feet are parallel. Inhale, inhale, extend the arms out. Exhale, hands onto the hips. Inhale, open the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, start to fold yourself forwards. So release the hands from the hips. See if you can bring the hands to the floor. If you need to rest them on the block, please do. Inhale to lift the gaze, lengthen the spine. And exhale to fold yourself forwards. So see if you can bring the heel of the hand in line with the heel of the feet and trying to get the crown of the head to the floor. 2, 3, 4. There should be no pain or pulling on the inside of the knees. So if there is, just micro bend them. And 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, slowly come all the way back up to stand. Inhale, straighten the arms out at shoulder height. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Exhale to fold yourself forwards. This time the hands stay on the hips. 1, 2, 3. Relax the head and neck completely. 4. And 5, soften those knees a little. Inhale, roll yourself all the way back up to stand. Release the hands from the hips. We're going to inhale, bring the arms around the back, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, start to fold yourself forwards, lifting those hands up as high as you can. Eventually, one day, bringing the hands and the head to touch the floor. 2, 3, to being kind with the shoulders, only going deeper with this stretch on the exhalation. 4 and 5. Inhale, slowly bring yourself all the way back up to stand without catapulting the arms back if you can, and then releasing the fingers, roll the shoulders out if you need to. Inhale, extend the arms up at shoulder height. Exhale, hands onto the hips. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold yourself forwards. Release the hands from the hips, hook onto the big toes with the peace fingers. Inhale to lift the gaze. Exhale, fold yourself forwards, really pulling on the toes. So take the elbows out to the sides. Make sure that the wrists are stacked and you're trying to pull the chest through the legs. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, slowly bring yourself all the way up to stand. Just heel toe the feet together and then stepping together at the top of the mat. So final step back. Inhale, step the right foot back. You're going to turn yourself right the way around so you're facing the back of the mat. Square off the hips, both legs are straight. Either bringing the hands into reverse Anjali Mudra, so reverse Namaste with the hands, or taking hold of opposite elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, take a breath in. Exhale, fold yourself forwards, trying to get the nose to touch the knee. 1, 2, 3, relax the head. 4, 5. Inhale, slowly come all the way back up to stand. Keep the arms as they are. Exhale, turn yourself to face the front of the mat. Inhale, Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chest. Exhale to fold yourself forwards, nose to left knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, slowly bring yourself all the way back up. Exhale, step together at the top of the mat, Samasthiti. Release the arms. So we're doing our first balance. So if you need a wall for support, then feel free to move yourself. So we're going to do Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana first. So find something to focus on. Shift the weight into the left leg. And when you're ready to go ahead and pick up your right knee. So just bring in the left hand to the waist. Maybe stay here. If you feel ready to, taking hold of that big toe and start to push the heel forward. If the leg is straight, you're going to exhale and fold yourself forwards, nose to knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you went for the fold, you inhale to stand tall. We exhale, slowly take the leg out to the side. See if you can shift the gaze over the left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the leg back to center. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale to stand tall, release the toe, point the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Well done. Shake it out. And being kind. I counted so much quicker than I usually do on that one. Shift the weight over into the right foot this time and start to pick up the left knee. If you feel ready, go ahead, take the toes, kick out through that heel. If the leg is straight, exhale, folding forwards. 1, 2, 3. Remember to keep breathing. 4, and 5. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, slowly take the leg out to the side and see if you can take the gaze towards the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly bring the leg back to center. Nose to knee for 1 breath. Inhale to stand tall. Release the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And release. Well done. Shake it out. So we're going to come to our tree pose. So when you're ready, shift the weight into the left leg. Find something to focus on. So either bring in the right heel to rest on the calf, the foot to the calf, or the foot to the inside of the thigh. Hands come to prayer in front of the heart center. So you can stay here. If you want to stay with tree, maybe extend the arms overhead. If you want to try and take the bind, then see if you can bring this foot into half lotus. So the foot comes high up onto the left hip. So our trees can maybe bring some movement into the pose, maybe close the eyes to make it more challenging. And if we're going for the bind, the right arm comes around the back. Either take hold of the forearm if that's where you're at. If you can take hold of that big toe, please grab the toe, and then you're going to exhale and fold yourself forwards down towards the floor, bringing the left hand down, but only if you've got that toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you're in tree, well, you've all come out of it now. You'd close the knee off and lower the leg down. If you've got hold of the foot, just release that leg back down. So when we're doing our tree pose, it's important that if you're in your tree with the leg, say, on the calf, that you bring the hip and the knee in to close that joint off. It just protects it more. Sometimes if we just release out wherever we are, it can cause damage to the knee. I've never seen it happen to anyone, but it's what, you know, we get told in various trainings. So just try and bring that knee in first when you're coming out of your tree. So coming onto the other side, then shift the weight into the right foot, and then either bringing the heel up, keeping the toes down, calf or thigh, you decide. So maybe taking a moment, coming back to the breath, really grounding down through that supporting leg, maybe extending the arms, maybe closing the eyes. Or if you want to try and take the bind on this side, see if you can bring the foot high up onto the right hip. Left arm comes around, take the forearm, or see if you can get the toe on this side. And if you've got the toe, you're going to go ahead and take your fold. So it's really important to remember that every time you get on your mat, your practice might be different. So sometimes you might be able to take the bind in this, other days maybe not. Plus we're more stiff in the morning. So that's my excuse. We'll call that 3, 4, and 5. So if you're in your tree, close the knee, lower the leg, release the foot if you've got hold of the foot. Well done. So coming back to the top of the mat, we're going to take our Utkatasana chair pose for 5. So feet together if it's comfortable. Inhale, bend the knees, sit the hips low, and extend the arms. Try and see if you can bring the palms together to touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forwards, coming into your warrior 1. So drop that back heel, bending into the right knee. Arms are extended. Maybe bring the palms together and maybe take the gaze up. So you're taking a slight back bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, turn yourself to face the back of the mat, bending into the left knee and coming into your warrior 1, taking the gaze up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly coming back up. Lynn, sorry, just a quick note, because I can just see your foot there. When you're in your warrior 1, try and make sure that your back foot doesn't start to roll inwards. It looks like the outside edge of your foot was lifted a bit from the floor. So when you're coming into warrior 1, say maybe next week, I only caught it at the end then. So next week, try and really push down through the outside of that back foot a bit more, just to get that back leg a bit straighter. Yeah. So sorry guys, so our left leg is forwards, we're still facing the back of the mat, arms come to shoulder height, coming into warrior 2. So gazing down the middle finger on the left hand. 1, shoulders away from the ears. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten that front leg, turn the toes in. Exhale, turn the right toes out. Warrior 2 on the other side, bending into that front knee. 1, Nina, bring that front foot forwards a bit more because your knee is coming forward quite a bit. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Windmill the hands down to frame the front foot. Step back to plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then we're going to step or jump coming through to seated. So coming onto your bum when you're ready, legs are stretched out in front. We're coming straight into Dandasana. So hands are by the sides of the hips. Pressing firmly into the hands, sitting nice and tall. Flex the toes towards the shins. 1, so this is an active pose. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly release. Inhale, extend the arms overhead. Exhale to fold forwards, Paschimottanasana A. So taking hold of the big toes if you can. So big toes first. 1, 2, 3. With each inhalation, trying to see if you can shift the chest forwards a little more. And exhale to go deeper, 4. And 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, place the hands on the outside edges of the feet and folding forwards a little deeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Either stay in here or see if you can interlace the fingers around the soles of the feet. Exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly release. Inhale, coming back up. Let's take a vinyasa. So cross the ankles, step or jump back to plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Coming back through to seated when you're ready to. So Purvottanasana, reverse tabletop or reverse plank. So hands come just behind the hips. You can bend the knees if you need to. All legs are straight. It's entirely up to you. When we're ready, we inhale and we push and lift, trying to plant the feet into the floor. 1, head stays in line with the spine. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly lower yourself all the way down. Cross the ankles, take a vinyasa. Come to find your plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Coming back through to seated. So we're coming on to Adha Baddha Pada Paschimottanasana. So we're going to bring our right leg high up into the left hip. So half lotus. So there should be no pain in the knee. If there's discomfort, then if you've got something close by, like socks balled up, you can stick them in the back of the knee to create space. So you might want your strap or belt, whatever you've got to hand. We're going to come to take our bind. So right arm comes around to the back. See if you can take hold of the big toe. Use the strap. If not, inhale, extend the left arm, and exhale to fold forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Take a vinyasa. So let's try and make our vinyasas nice and quick so that we try and get through the whole of the sequence. And then coming back to seated when you're ready. So you're going to bring your left foot this time into your right hip. So use the various things that you might need. Take the toe, use your strap. Inhale, extend your right hand and exhale to fold yourself forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Take a vinyasa. Find plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Coming back through to seated. So you're going to bend your right leg back and the heel of the right foot is sitting just next to the right hip. Level off those hips as much as you can. If you're really leaning into the left, then just place a block or cushion underneath your left sit bone. Inhale to extend the arms and exhale to fold forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Take your vinyasa. Straight onto the other side. So bending the left leg back this time. Left heel sits just next to the left hip. Use your block if you need to level off the hips. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale to fold forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Take your vinyasa. Find plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Coming back through to seated. Shasana A. So placing the right foot on the inside of the left leg. Make sure that you're facing the left foot. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale to fold forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release the leg. Take your vinyasa. Nice. Coming back through to seated when you're ready. So coming to the other side. So right leg is straight. Sole of the left foot is on the inside of the thigh. We're facing that right leg. We inhale, extend the arms overhead, and we exhale to fold forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Take your vinyasa, finding plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Coming through to seated when you're ready. So you're going to bend your right knee, and we're sitting on the heel of that right foot. So the right toes should be coming out to the side. So they should be pointing towards the left, not back. If the toes are pointing back, you might need to pull that knee back a bit more. Inhale, extend the arms, and exhale to fold forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Take a vinyasa. Come to plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Coming back through to seated. So bending the left leg in, sitting on the heel of the left foot. Toes are coming out to the side. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale to fold forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Take your vinyasa. Come to plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Coming back through to seated. So final one. So bringing the hands just behind the hips. So you're leaning back into the hands, and then just bringing your right foot in as high up as you can on the toes and shift those hips forward. So move the hips forward, trying to get the heel pressed into the inside of the left thigh. If you need support underneath this leg, feel free to grab whatever you need. Inhale, extend the arms, and exhale to fold forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Take your vinyasa, finding your plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Coming back through to seated. It's the same on the other side. So just leaning back into those hands, bringing the left leg in as high up as you can, tucking the toes and shifting those hips forward. Pressing the heel on the inside of the right leg. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale to fold forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Take your vinyasa. So nice and quick. I don't think we're going to get through the whole sequence today, but we'll try. We'll push for it. So we're going to come back to seated for Mariachasana A. So left leg is straight. We're bringing the right knee in nice and close. So just make sure you've got a fist-sized gap between the inside of the foot and the thigh. Reach your right hand as far forward as you can. Wrap it around the front of the knee or the shin. Left hand comes around the back and you take your fingers. Use the strap if you can't reach. Exhale to fold forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Take your vinyasa. So come into plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. You are super fast, Claire. Coming on to the other side. So our right leg is straight. We're bringing the left knee in. So make sure that you've got that gap between the foot and the thigh. Reach the left arm as far forward as you can. Wrap around the knee or the shin. Right arm comes around the back to take the bind. Exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3. Nina, try and squeeze your knee in a bit more towards the rib cage. Might make it a bit easier to get the bind. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Take your vinyasa. Come into plank. Nice. Coming back to seated. So Claire, when you lower yourself down, try and instead of flopping down, don't really know how else to say it. So instead of just collapsing down to the floor, because I know you want to try and build up strength for your chaturanga, right? Because I know you're working on your jumps and things like that. So try and drop the knees first, shift the weight, sorry, I'm too close to the camera, shift the weight forwards and then see if you can bend the elbows, and that'll help to build up strength for your chaturanga. So we're going to come on to Mariachasana C. So we're just taking our twist. So we're skipping out 2 of the Mariachasanas for time. So bringing your right knee in again, right hand comes around to the back, and we're just going to hook our left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. So really pushing into that leg, taking the twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly release and twist yourself. Release the leg, take your vinyasa. Yeah, that was much better. Nice, well done. Coming back to seated, it's the same on the other side. So bringing the left leg in this time. Left hand comes around the back and we hook our right elbow on the outside of that thigh. Pushing into that leg, take the gaze back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly release, untwisting yourself, taking your vinyasa. Lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. Nice. Back to seated. So we're going to come straight into our Navasana, and we might just go for 3 rounds for time today. So sitting on your bum, holding around the backs of the thighs, leaning back very slightly, engaging the core, and when you're ready to lifting the legs away. See if you can release the hands from the legs, maybe start to straighten those legs out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly release. Just lift the hips, have a little wriggle, releasing the lower back. We're coming straight back into it for a second round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the legs, lift the hips, release. Third and final one. I like your style there, Nina. Moving away from the camera when we come to Navasana. When you're ready, 1, lift the legs, 2, squeeze those thighs together as much as you can and see if you can straighten those legs a bit more. 3, so the more you squeeze the legs, the easier it tends to be to straighten those legs. 4 and 5, release. Take your vinyasa, nice, well done. Come back to plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So from down dog, you're going to step or jump the feet to the outsides of the hands. So we're coming to our balance, our arm balance. So try and jump the feet as high as you can. So maybe attempt that jump a couple of times, because the further forward you get the feet, the easier this pose tends to be. So maybe take a few little hops. So jump forwards and then jump back. Forwards, seeing if you can get a little further forwards each time you do it. And then maybe on the third one, seeing if you can get as much of the arm underneath the leg. And start to sit yourself back on the arms. So you really want to try and get as close to the shoulder underneath that leg as much as you can. Start to bring the feet forwards. So wriggle the feet forwards if you're able to. And see if you can lift the feet and cross the ankles. So keep practicing. So for those of you that are with me today, I would say keep trying to practice that jumping forwards and back, because I think most of you are all pretty much around the same. You need to get your feet further forwards so that you can get more of your arm underneath the leg. And you know, the more you practice and loosen up, the better you'll be able to do it. You probably have a better practice in the evening because we're more stiff in the morning. So you probably find that you can do certain things better in the evening. So keep practicing that jumping forwards and backwards in your own time. So we're going to come to sit on our bum, coming into Kamasana. So we're trying to get the arms underneath the legs as much as we can, and the palms are facing down. So just be aware that you're not pressing onto the back of the elbow. There should be no pressure on the elbow. So if you're close to the elbow, then stay where you are. But if you're okay, see if you can start to slide those feet forward and bring the chest down towards the thigh. Chest down towards thigh, floor. Chest down towards the floor. So relaxing the head and neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just slowly wriggle the arms out from underneath the legs. So when one of you, when we get to the point where we're quite close to the floor, then we can come into Supta Kamasana. When you cross the feet over the back of the head, you eventually start to build up to that. But in order to get to that pose, we need to try and get the chest lower to the floor. So let's take a quick vinyasa. So come to find your plank, just releasing off the body. And then coming back to seated, so either sitting in full lotus or sitting with the legs crossed. If you're sitting with the legs crossed, you're going to hold the toes and you're going to roll 9 times. The reason why we do it 9 times is because this, I can't remember the Sanskrit name for this one, but it translates to embryo. So hence 9 times of rolling around. So when you're ready, start rolling forwards and backwards. You can either go in your circle or just go up and down your mat, do your 9 times as quick as you can. Really using those core muscles to get your momentum going. Trying to not get wedged between the sofas. Nice. And then once you've done your 9 and you're back facing the front of your mat, if you've got 2 blocks to hand, then you can use these either side of the hips and push to lift the hips away from the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly lower down. So we're going to come straight into our finishing sequence because I don't like to rush that too much. So we're going to come to bridge or wheel. So it's up to you what you would prefer to do. We're going to go for 3 times. So you've got 3 chances to do your wheel pose if you want to do wheel. I don't demonstrate it because of my back. Those of you that know my back, I have problems with. So if you're coming into bridge, you're going to lay down on your back, bend the knees and bring the heels close towards the sit bones. Now, if you're preparing for your wheel pose, your feet can be wherever they want to be because you're going to push the whole of the body up away from the floor. So the feet can go wherever's comfortable for you, but for our bridge, we bring them close. And then inhale, start to push into the soles of the feet, lift the hips up high, peel the spine away from the floor. Coming up as high as you can onto the shoulders, maybe tucking the shoulders underneath, maybe interlacing the fingers. Nice, Claire, well done. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you're in wheel, tuck the chin and lower down. Bridges, release the fingers, release the shoulders and lower yourself down. So just take a nice big breath in here and a big breath out. If you need to bring the knees to the chest to release, feel free. And then we're resetting for a second one. So when you're ready, pushing into the feet, lift the hips high, interlace the fingers. Claire, see if you can start to bring those hands further back so they're coming a bit more underneath your shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly release to whichever variation that you're in and lower yourself all the way down. Nice big breath in and nice big breath out. Third and final one when you're ready. Inhale and slowly push, lift the hips, come into your full wheel if that's what you're going for. Interlace the fingers, maybe tuck the shoulders underneath. Nina, just bring your feet a bit further back. 2, 3, and you as well, Claire. Bring those feet a bit further back if you can. 4, 5. Slowly release. Just bring the knees in towards the chest, hold round the backs of the thighs and rock yourself up to seated. So just roll yourself all the way up. Straighten the legs out in front. We're just going to take a very gentle forward fold. So legs are out in front and exhale to fold yourself forward. So just releasing that lower back off. So just bringing yourself back to the breath. And then when you're ready to, we're going to take a vinyasa. So come in to find your plank. Lowering yourself all the way down. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Coming back through to seated when you're ready to. So we're coming to Savangasana, shoulder stand sequence. So you're all familiar now with shoulder stand. You've all been practicing Ashtanga for a good few weeks, some of you even longer. So if you're feeling okay today and you've got no blood pressure issues or anything like that, then come to lay yourself down on your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And when you're ready, you're going to rock yourself up. So lift those hips as high as you can, get some momentum going and just supporting yourself. Bring the hands onto the lower back. So try and get those legs as straight as you can. 1, 2, squeeze the shoulder blades together a little closer. So try and tuck those elbows in a bit more if you can. 3, 4, 5, halfway. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly start to lower the toes down towards the floor over your head, coming into Halasana. So eventually getting those toes to touch. If the toes are down, trying to straighten those legs out as much as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Start to bend those knees in towards the ear. So eventually getting the knees to touch the floor, coming into ear pressure pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly bringing the hands back onto your lower back to support yourself. You're going to start to straighten the legs up towards the ceiling and then bringing those legs either into full lotus or crossing the legs. And then just seeing if you can stay on those shoulders and bring the hands to the knees and start to straighten those arms up. So you're pushing the knees away slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then moving into Pindasana, start to hook those knees in towards the chest, staying on the shoulders, seeing if you can loosely take your fingers around the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly start to lower yourself down to the mat, so keep your legs crossed if you can. Lower yourself down so you're laying on your back. Arms over the sides of the body, you're pushing into the elbows and the forearms to lift the chest and the head away from the floor, and then drop the head back. So the crown of the head is touching the floor and the chest and the rib cage is lifted away from the floor, coming into Matsyasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the head where it is. Release the legs up towards the ceiling. So squeeze those thighs together and bring the arms straight, palms together. So I'll just quickly show you just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly release. Nice, well done. Take a vinyasa when you're ready to roll yourself up, come in to find your plank. Lower yourself all the way down. We're almost finished. And then coming back to seated. So we're going to do our headstand practice. So if you need to use a wall, if you've got wall space at home, feel free to use your wall. So remember, we're trying to go for 10 breaths with the legs straight and then 5 breaths with the legs halfway, so the feet in line with the hips. Once you've done your practice, you're going to bring yourself straight into your child's pose. So I'm not going to count this for you. I'm going to let you go at your own pace and I'll wait for you all to come back onto your mat. So just remember to measure from your elbows to your fingertips and then open the arms out, crown of the head to the floor, back of the head just rests in the little basket that you've created with the hands. So taking your time with this. So just coming back to your breath, back to your child pose once you've done your practice. And then when you're ready, we're going to move through a vinyasa. So easing yourself back up, coming to find your plank. Lynn, if you want to stay in your child's pose, feel free because you've only just come back to your mat. So working through your vinyasa, and then we're going to come to the final 3 postures. So coming to sit on your mat, either sitting with your legs crossed or in full lotus. Index finger and thumb come together and you're just resting the backs of the wrists on the knees, arms are straight, tucking the chin slightly, maybe closing the eyes or just lower the gaze. Nice deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to bring the arms around the back of the body. So if you're in your full lotus, you'd take hold of the toes if you can. Otherwise, we're taking hold of opposite elbows. So squeeze those shoulder blades together. As you exhale, tuck the chin in and start to fold yourself forwards. Eventually, one day, bringing the head down towards the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly bring yourself back up to seated. So using your blocks, if you need them, we're going to come to our final lift, Utplutihi. So again, either coming into lotus or sitting with the legs crossed. When you're ready, pushing into the hands, lifting those hips away. 1, 2, 3. We're going for a count of 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly lower yourself all the way down, release the legs. Final vinyasa, so come in to find your plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Enjoying your low cobra or up dog, maybe taking a moment in that. Just having a final release off in your down dog. And then come in to find your shavasana. So we're just going to take a 2-minute shavasana. So quite short. So grab whatever you need to make yourself comfortable. Blankets, eye pillows, layers. And then just laying on your back, hands alongside your body. Palms facing up. Allow the feet to roll out. Allow the face to soften. And just closing the eyes. Just slowly begin to bring some movement back into your body, so wriggling your fingers and toes. Maybe bringing the knees into the chest or taking a full body stretch. And then when you're ready, you're just going to make your way onto your side, coming into fetal position. So just taking a moment there. And then when you're ready, easing yourself up to seated. And then just bringing hands together in front of the heart center. Giving thanks to yourself for showing up on your mat this morning, for your body for getting you through this morning's practice. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. Thanks, guys.